To lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we live in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
Found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
Every fan doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Let's go. Oh, dang. I just realized what kind of hat you had on, Carl. But look, though. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited about today's episode, man. It's going to be a good one today. You know, we got to talk about some NBA basketball. A lot of things happened yesterday that a lot of people didn't expect, which is crazy. You know, we got to talk about Knicks and Pacers. You know, Pacers winning in Madison Square Garden to get to the Eastern Conference Final. Who would have thought early in the season, right? Even Ty didn't believe they would win that series. We got to talk about the Nuggets losing to the Timberwolves, also at home, just like the Knicks did. Now Minnesota's moving to the Western Conference Finals. We got to make our predictions of the conference finals. And lastly, we also got to talk about who actually won the trade, Tomo. Was it the Kings or the Pacers? But I got two of my bros with me. As you can see, Davey Dollar's not here. But we got Carl here, replacing him, all right, speaking on his behalf. And we got Mr. Get Done Son Tomo. How y'all doing, fellas?
I think Dave sent that because he was trying to be the first person in the comments. But I ain't gonna say too much about that. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm still shocked. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still shocked by both game sevens. I was one game off, man. You know, I got some cookies on this, and I'm not feeling too good about that. Carl, Joe, how y'all doing?
I'm good, man. Fresh off the gig, literally fresh off the gig. Walked in the crib like 5 minutes ago. So I'm ready to talk about these playoffs. And I didn't think this would have a 2-game meaning, but hey, we'll talk about it.
Let's get it, man. Listen, man, we got a good one for y'all, but Tomo, you already know it's Monday, like they said in the comments. Money making Mondays.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir. Money making Mondays. So for the one time, let's turn up, man. Let's turn up.
My home. Oh, my bad.
Turn me up, 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 up.
Say,
all right, y'all. So look, my home alone. So look, y'all. My home alone. Tom Brady party goes there. But anyways, we are streaming this on 3 platforms. We are streaming this on Facebook, X, and YouTube. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. And if you haven't done it yet, make sure you follow and subscribe on all 3 platforms. Share this video with somebody that's a sports fan so they can come on and watch live with you, because you can be involved in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to Dave for being the first comment. Turn me, well, you know, we put the eyes out first, but second comment, turn me up. All right. So shout out Dave. You know, he broke the streak again for my man Daniel. Shout out to Daniel, always here early. All right. Oh, it's not. Oh, jeez, man. I just realized he like a fan. I never noticed that. All right. Got the Lakers logo on this picture. Somebody I know he's happy with the Nuggets loss, but use the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all we putting out throughout the show. But if you put a super chat, what's a super chat, Joe? It's a $sign under the comment section. You click that $sign, you pick a dollar amount, you put your message in, you hit the send button, and guess what? It turns to a different color, and because you're special, right? And because you're special, when we see the comment, no matter what's going on, Carl gonna be talking about how he went from Detroit to the Nuggets and back to Detroit because they both are home eating Buffalo wings. And then we talk about Tomo, talking about Dak Prescott. I don't know what about the Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones. Are they gonna pay the man? I don't know, right? No matter what we're talking about, we're gonna hit you with the hold up. and we're gonna put your comment on the screen, and we're gonna give you the floor and the platform because we appreciate all the donations and the gifts. Donations.
Gifts.
And last but not least, please enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, take over.
You know, I just started back working out. So, you know, once you get to running and you probably do a couple push-ups after you ain't done something in a while, you feel a little bruised, you feel a little nicked up, you know, feeling like you out of pace. That's how the Knicks feel because they a little banged up, nicked up, and they got outpaced yesterday.
Oh,
Game 7. We got super chat.
No, I'm saying whoa, cause I like the paces. I like the outpace. I like that.
I got I
say
like that. We do got a little super
we do
chat.
have super chat though.
Look at that.
You can do it one more time. Hold up. You said money making Mondays, right?
There we go. And shout out to Dave with the 199 super chat. You know, Wolves versus Boston. Hashtag NBA. I was about to say WNBA finals because I said Wolves. But Wolves versus Boston. Hashtag NBA finals. Shout out to you, Dave, man. Healing the mental. 199. Actually, you should go up to New York and see if you can heal their mental state because they out there shouting, what is it? Game 8. Game 8. Game 8. I don't know why they shouting for Game 8. What? They need to heal their mentals. It's over. You're done, son. It's over, New York. Spike, go home. Stephen A. I should laugh at you the way you laugh at the Cowboys. 2 years in a row, second round, knocked out the Knicks. Pacers set an NBA shooting mark. 130 to 109 in Game 7 to make the Eastern Conference Finals. It was just a year ago. I was on here saying that they didn't look so good, man. They didn't end so well for you, brother. And that's how I feel right now because Tony laughing at us, Joe. We both said the Knicks will win this in some form, shape, or fashion, and they lost every single way they could. So we got to react to it. Carl, I know you watched that game. How you feeling?
Man, it was just one of them days. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a degenerate. I bet Tyrese Halliburton for 20 points and plus money. And when he missed the layup, I said, oh, I knew it was coming eventually. When he missed the layup, I was like, bro, here we go. I bet on the player, and he's just missing open layups. And after that, he went on a tear. I mean, shooting step back threes, open threes to the cup. It just Tyrese Halliburton caught fire after missing the layup. It was really nothing the Knicks really could do after that. TJ McConnell was hitting tough fall-away jumpers, getting in the lane, dishing the rock, doing what he do off the bench. Nembhard, I think, had like a tough reverse layup. Brunson was bricking on the other side for the Knicks. Josh Hart, this was a regular season game, maybe even a game 2. Probably wouldn't have played, but gutted it out for his team. But you could tell he wasn't himself. And OG Anunoby tried to go the first 5 minutes. You can tell he couldn't go. He was limping after the first couple minutes. Yeah, I think he had his first 2 and his only 2 shots.
But, 2 fluke shots too.
Yeah, but yeah, he couldn't go. I mean, but it was one of them nights. The Pacers was up 15, shooting 60-70% from the floor. Finished shooting 67% from the floor. It's hard pressed to beat a team when they're shooting that well, and your best player gets hurt off of a freakish accident and late in the third quarter and was out for the game, broken hand, off of a, like I said, real freakish accident. So, days. I'm done.
Joe?
Man, shout out to the Pacers, man. Eastern Conference Finals bound. I don't think nobody predicted that before the season. Not even a Pacers fan, probably. You know, I know their goal was to become a playoff team. And they remind me of the Atlanta Hawks, you know, back in 2021. They remind me of that team with Trae Young when they beat Philly and get to Eastern Conference Finals and lost to the Bucks. But it was just, you know, Tony mentioned the depth will be a problem. And it was because of the injuries. The injuries started to pile up for the New York Knicks. And I don't think they end up getting hurt because of how many minutes they played. Like, I don't think it had nothing to do with that, to be honest with you. Josh Hart injury, it wasn't because of too many minutes. Jalen Brunson injury, it was because of too many minutes. And he was playing through an injury throughout the whole series. But they, like Carl said, I mean, if you can't play, you better, if you are limping out there, you might as well just sit out, man. It's probably just better to replace him with a guy that's fully healthy, that can fully give you the energy on both sides of the ball. Because the Pacers are the type of team, they got that. They're gonna have guys not tired. They're gonna have guys that full of energy. Like the Pacers, the whole series, guarding these dudes full court. You know, they try to drain you. So if you're not even 100%, well, you're not even 60%, they shouldn't have been out there. Like OG definitely shouldn't have been out there. You know, but I gotta give them credit, man. The Pacers did their thing. You know, it's gonna be a good playoff series next round. But New York, man, I mean, I hope they go wake up and say, you know what, we can't just play like this. A Brunson or buzz every single game. Every time Brunson doesn't have a good scoring game, they lose. You know, they can't keep living life like this. So I know Randall was hurt, but I saw a notification saying that they are gonna make make it their mission to get another superstar with Jalen Brunson. So kudos to the Pacers once again. Shout out to y'all.
They need to make it their mission to make sure that their head coach actually knows how to adjust the minutes on 2K. I know what you were saying, Joe, about how Tibbs, you can't blame the minutes, but at the end of the day, man, they was out there playing like a Ja Rule song. They got 100 minutes, 100 injuries. Guess it's New York. Come on, Carl, don't do that to me.
Right now.
Yeah, that's why I had to sing the song. They understand. So look, 68% from the field. There's nothing you can do with that. Even when the Knicks was attempting, like OG should have sat down. I mean, it's game 7. You do want to go out there and try to win it with your team, but at the end of the day, you only hurting them by slowing them down. Because this team, the Pacers, was playing like it was the Hoosiers movie. Like they was like, we got something to prove for Indiana, and we gonna try to make it back. And that's exactly what happened. Another thing too, though, Joe, some people probably didn't pick this team to make it to the Eastern Conference, but some people probably did pick this team to make a deep run after they seen what they did in the in-season tournament. Like nobody picked the Pacers to get to the finals in the in-season tournament, and look what they did. Nobody's picking this team to make it where they are now. So they've just been a team of, we're going to prove it to you. Kind of like another team we're going to talk about out west too, but they've been proving a lot of people wrong so far. And for the New York fans, I know y'all want to be upset, but again, Joe, you tweeted it. I mean, I wish they could have made the finals kind of like AI did, but this Knicks team kind of looked like that 76ers team where it was Iverson or bust. Imagine if Iverson would have went down in one of them games. They don't make it to the finals. So again, when you one superstar who has to be the playmaker and the primary scorer, it's going to get ugly out there. And it's not like he's LeBron. Now, if he was LeBron's stature, maybe they probably would have had a chance, but Jalen Brunson not built like that. He's not that in stature. Not saying he not built like that because he played through a hand injury all the way up until he broke his hand.
And a leg injury.
Yeah.
Like a leg injury, I think.
Yep, it sucks that happened. Then Josh Hart, man, he can't do sit-ups for a couple weeks because, you know, the abdominal is – them boys balled. They balled out, man. Tough one, but Pacers, congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean –
I go ahead, my bad, Joe.
I say, who Tibbs going to play, though?
I was going to say the same thing. Like, so many injuries.
Yeah.
I don't know who else on the roster. Like even Bogdanovich, like I said before, he out player. Alex Burks, he did his thing.
I think Tibbs' reputation is blurring people's mind. Like I think because his reputation in the past of playing a lot of minutes of his players is clouding the judgment of people in this playoff series. Like we automatically think that he need to play more people, but really their roster was depleted. They really was. So and that's why them guys played through the injury because, I mean, you know, so I gotta give Tibbs his credit. And I know you asked me a question in the chat when I say for the show. No, this is not a series where he had a better team because they were hurt. They were literally hurt. They played through injury. You know, I know they went home. Brunson got hurt when I thought it was over once Brunson got hurt anyway. But I do want to say this. I know we gotta move on. TJ McConnell was a key X factor defensively and offensively, in my opinion.
Yeah, I talked about the whole series.
The first bench player in NBA history to record 40 assists with 10 or fewer turnovers in a single playoff series. And he was checking Brunson full court. Who would have thought he was going to be the designated guy for Brunson?
Yeah, he did his thing. I even said it at the end of game 1. I said, bro, I know Halliburton's the superstar, and you got to go with your guys towards the end of the game. But TJ McConnell was clearly the better player in that game and should have got more minutes. And I felt like that's part of the reason why they lost that game. I even said in the chat, like, some people call me crazy for saying this, but I think he should have got more minutes over Halliburton at the end of game 1. So, but he did his thing. He proved his worth. He, like Joe said, he was a primary defender on Brunson winning the game. They plus minus was like completely different with him in and out the game. So, shout out TJ McConnell, bro. I love
Him?
TJ final game, but loving this game since Arizona. So
Him and Nimhard, those two players, they should be able to eat for free in Indiana for the next 3 months. Because without that big 3-pointer, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Probably close
That's
the
the
series
series,
out.
bro. They would have went down 3-0.
Yeah.
And that Siakam trade was game changer for them. Siakam was a complete mismatch for New York, bro. They had Josh Hart guy on them.
At least they won a trade.
Relax. But he came out on fire, though. Shout out to him. I just want to get one more shout out, and we can move on to Dante DiVincenzo. Almost had 40 in Game 7. Played his heart out. Tried his best to will the Knicks to a win. It's just one of them days. So shout out to you.
Halliburton, though, so.
They tried, man. They was down 5 at one point. You thought it was gonna be
Thank you, J-Mo. Thank you, bro. I think I called J-Mo that night. I think we talked about it that night.
Yeah,
don't bring up Brett Brown.
The end of it is because.
All right, let's you're right. Tim Collins, that he X Factor, crazy. All right, so let's get to these shows, man. This is a network, y'all. Refuse to lose. Whoa, refuse to lose is not a show. It's just a network. All right. We have a lot of shows in the network, y'all. And here they go. We got BWT, Baseball with Teddy. First of all these shows are, if you go to the description section of this YouTube video or Facebook, wherever you are, description section, you will see the links of each channel. All right. So you can check them out, follow their journey. If you like what they're talking about, go in and subscribe and follow them. All right. So we got BWT, Baseball with Teddy. This is a baseball only show. Obviously, he just did an episode with a young lady named Lauren last week, and he has another episode airing tomorrow. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We got FFC Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. This is an NFL only show. He just did an episode last week on Saturday. So make sure y'all go check that out. He talked about some of the free agency moves and stuff like that. Right. And he talked about some fantasy stuff too. So make sure y'all go check that out. CTC, Carlos, he's on with us right now. I know he has a show schedule for this week. Do we have a date and time, Carl, or to be determined?
I'm waiting on Ace to text me back. He had like a family emergency, so I postponed it to this.
All right, so it'll be sometime this week, y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. They'll be covering the Big 12, reviewing the Big 12 of the NCAA football season. All right, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. They already did the Big 10 and the ACC. Then we got Kings Talk with Joe Jordan. We just did an episode last week going over the Kings free agency, as far as like people who should they resign or people they should let go, like just let walk. So there will be another episode coming up, not this week, but next week, and we'll be talking about potential target. Well, after the NBA Finals, really, because nobody cares about the Kings right now. After the NBA Finals, your next episode will be out, so stay tuned for that. Dave's Doghouse. This is a show that covers the lowlights and the highlights of anybody in the sports world. He just did an episode last week also. Stay tuned for one this week on Wednesday. All right, so that's Dave Doghouse for you. Then we have RBO, Real Ballers Only. It's NBA playoffs, baby. RBO, we need an episode. That's all I gotta say. We need an episode, RBO. So y'all stay tuned for an episode later on today. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see this and be like, all right, bet. So make sure y'all stay tuned for RBO this week. And last but not least, we got In the Red Corner with Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. They just did an episode 2 Saturdays ago. Episode should be airing this weekend, Tomo.
We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it, right? So
yeah, we looking into it.
Yeah, so stay tuned, right? Most likely this weekend, if not the following weekend. So you guys stay tuned for that. We'll keep you updated on a daily basis when we on this show, obviously. And those are all your shows. Tom will take over.
Man, let me take over. Like my name ain't Ant. You know what I mean? Like that's what he did last night. He said 20 points. What's that? Y'all seen it? Y'all seen all the clips. This kid here, man. I don't know. He's just taking the title of the face of the NBA. Every single clip from that game is now went viral. Even the one that we all seen go out where he was like, what you talking about? Who are you looking at? He's just whatever. I know my favorite one when he looked and said, I'm about to get in my bag. And he turned up. But also the post-game conference, where Cat had some words to say, man. They keep talking about a big 3. Forget the big 3. I don't know which voice he has, so I can't mimic it. But he said it's the big 15. Edwards leads the Wolves back from a 20-point deficit to win 98-90 over the Denver Nuggets, defending NBA champion Denver Nuggets, and to lead the Timberwolves back to the Western Conference for the first time since 2004. We can get into some of these clips here, but I really want us to react to the game first. So I'm gonna start with you, Joe. You out west. You know, you said nobody cares about the Kings because it's the finals, but you out west, so you care about what's going on.
Man, the West is tough, man. So like I said, we got some work to do. But anyways, first of all, I'm looking at the camera and say I was completely wrong about the Denver Nuggets. I said this was Jokic's year, and it's not. Obviously, it's not his year. Jokic could not overcome what his team couldn't do. Like what the people I compare him to will usually do in that situation. All right, like I said Kobe, Jordan. Now I didn't compare him saying like he is like Kobe or like Jordan. I compare like he's on a run when no matter what goes on, no matter who's in his way, he's going to win this year because he's on a run. But I was wrong. So into the Minnesota Timberwolves, man, if y'all look at the playoffs, that's besides Indiana, because we're going to talk about Indiana next topic, right? More. But besides Indiana, everybody in the playoffs, just like almost every year, are the top defensive teams in the NBA. You know, so the Minnesota Timberwolves, number one defense for 82 games. They played the Nuggets last year, and they were missing players. You know, they missed McDaniels, and they also didn't have 6 man of the year. All right, Nas Reed. So and he got hurt right before the playoffs too. So they came back, and then Minnesota, like AJ always said, they said Minnesota was the toughest matchup for when they came back, stronger, more motivated. They led by their superstar Anthony Edwards. And what I like about Anthony Edwards, it reminds me of Kobe in the NBA Finals versus the Celtics. All right, Kobe, he had an off game shooting wise, but guess what? He had 15 rebounds. He had something like that, like 14, 15 rebounds in that game 7. Anthony Edwards only had 4 points in that first half, but you know what he did defensively? That second half, Jamal Murray had over 20 that first half, locked up Jamal Murray, put him in the car seat. He just too fast, too strong, too athletic for Jamal Murray, you know? So it's going to be an interesting matchup. We're going to talk about the series next round. It's going to be an interesting matchup with that. But kudos to Karl-Anthony Towns, too. I think I need everybody to give him a respect because people keep on disrespecting him every time he has an off game. He was the one that kept them afloat that whole game. He was the one. Like, he was the one that was consistently good throughout that whole game. So I want to give Karl-Anthony Towns some props for that. And last thing I'm going to say is this. At first I said I heard Teddy come in the chat and say something about Mike Malone, his interview, and I said I lost respect for it. I went to go listen to it myself, and I think it got blown out of proportion. All right? I went to go listen to it. Now, he was frustrated in the beginning, and at first I was like, "Whoa, huh?"
I got a clip.
Go ahead. Go and play the clip. Go ahead.
To absorb a loss like this after going ahead by 20.
Next question, man. The season's over. That's what's hard. Being up 20. The season's over. You don't understand that. The season's over. It's hard. Stupid questions.
Now, when I saw that, I was like, okay, Mike, that was wrong. And I disagree how he handled that situation. But after that interview, what Teddy mentioned in the interview when he talked about he's making excuses like they played through June, when I heard that, his whole point was like I don't think he's making excuses, more so like they just weren't ready. They played through June, and to be a dynasty, you got to be able to play through all that. That's how I look through it. Because he even gave the Minnesota Timberwolves a props before he made his comment because he knew everybody was going to take his excuse. But they played through June, all that stuff, and they just couldn't withstand that. They just couldn't withstand that. But that comment you just played, I totally disagree with that. You should never say that. Because that was a fair question. I mean, you down by 20. You're up by 20 in the second half, and you still lose at home. And you got the MVP. So, kudos to the Timberwolves.
It was what, 930 some change, up 20 in the third.
And they lost by double digits, right?
No, it was 8. It was a 30-point swing at one point. They was down 10 late in the fourth.
And then with like 30 seconds left, they down like 7. They literally gave up, bro. I don't care what the score is, bro. You better foul.
Yeah,
anything
they did. I ain't understand that. I ain't understand that.
Oh, I was explaining why I understood it.
Well, the floor is yours.
I was just explaining why I understood it real quick. Mike Conley hits a fall-away 3, tie ball game with defense, smothering defense in his face. And then you come down next possession and Rudy Gobert hits a fadeaway 18-footer with the shot clock going off. I came in the chat and said, yeah, this game is over. Once Rudy hit that, I said, this game's over. Rudy not missing free throws. Rudy hit that. I'm like, yeah, Minnesota can't miss. It's over. Jokic ain't hit a 3 until what, his 9th attempt, his 8th attempt?
Yeah,
He had
breaking like a
Joe
man.
came in and said like he had 3 of them joints rim out. I was like, bro, is this meant to be for the Timberwolves to win? But in all seriousness, shout out Minnesota. Y'all know I've been big on Denver this year. I picked Denver to win it all. I've been in the chats heckling AJ. Me and AJ been going back and forth. But all seriousness, Ant-Man did his thing second half. First half, I know a lot of people, including myself, I was confused on what Ant-Man was doing. It just looked like he wasn't aggressive. It looked like he was deferring. He was making stupid mistakes. I don't know what Ant-Man was doing. And as a guy who wanted Denver to win, I was happy. But as a guy who wanted to see Ant-Man still do well in a Denver win, I was so confused. But second half, I don't know what it was. He hit the switch. He flipped. He switched on to Jamal Murray. He is one of the guys where I saw defense lead to his offensive game. He got a couple steals in the open court, got a couple dunks within that. And when I seen him get those, it reminded me of Game 6. And what happened in Game 6 happened in Game 7. Minnesota got a turnover, got in transition, got some momentum with the dunk, took over, destroyed that 20-point lead. Now, Game 6, it was 9-2, and then they went on a 20-0 run. Became a 30-point swing off that. Jamal Murray couldn't get anything. The Nuggets went cold for 5-6 minutes, something along those lines. Couldn't buy a basket, and Minnesota took advantage. Also, another person I shouted out during the game, Jaden McDaniels. He was the main one consistent throughout the entire game. When nothing, him and Cat, when nothing was going Denver's way, Jaden McDaniels would hit a 3 to lead a break. I remember Jaden or Cat hit like 5 points in a row, which is, I mean, it's just 2 baskets. So it makes it sound more than what it is. But y'all get the point. Hit 2 straight baskets, cut it from like 18-13 or 17-12. Jaden McDaniels and Cat will hit big shots to fend off Nuggets run to make it out of reach. And so shout out to them. Naz Reid, he was big off the bench. Whenever Cat or Gobert were getting in foul trouble, I think he did a really good job defensively. But yeah, man, the Timberwolves, they were just able, to some reason, come back. Defense, it shows, man. Defense wins championships. And yeah, that's my take, man. Shout out to the Timberwolves.
All right, so I'm sitting up here and I'm watching the Timberwolves go to the Western Conference Finals, and I'm watching the Mavs go to the Western Conference Finals. And I had to think back to an earlier episode, and I was like, why didn't I pick the Timberwolves to beat the Nuggets when I literally sat up here and said that I could see the Timberwolves making it out of the West? And then I was like, I know I said it on air. I know I did. And it's right here.
So I'll start.
Okay. Stop.
RBO told me something about the Minnesota Timberwolves that I really didn't think was going to actually come out and play, but shout out to Vaughn and Real Ballers Only. He said that big 3 that they got working there with the 3 centers and how they can maneuver the floor and stretch the floor. And Ant said that Jordan couldn't check him. I don't know if that's going to come back to bite him. But long as he ain't texting nobody, I think the Wolves can take this conference. The Nuggets are my second pick, but I think the Wolves can take the West.
Now, me being a 70% fan, of the Mavericks, I had to be like, man, that quote, man, the Dallas Mavericks, you're right. That quote may come back to hurt me, but I still sat back and was like, well, this team actually proved me right in a sense, because this is exactly the team they needed to beat, the Denver Nuggets. And going down 20, well, they were down 20.
They were down 20.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the Knicks and how they just got beat up. Man, I had a flashback. I'm sorry. And going down 20 and showing that resiliency in Denver and still trying to win this game has you been like, man, this young team is not supposed to be here right now. Everything about that game had me excited about the Timberwolves, even though I wanted the Nuggets to win. I don't understand how that happens. It's like if you betting money on a game and you just sitting there watching it like, I mean, I done already lost my money now. So like, let's just have some fun. And then next thing you know, you said that 7, they cut it to 7. And the announcer says this dreadful thing. Yeah, it's the announcer's curse. He's like, the one thing you can't afford right here is for them to get a second chance point. And I forgot who. I think Mike Conley shot it at the bottom from the baseline. And the next thing you know, here come Cat with the dunk. Ball game. And the one person that put the nail in the coffin was Cat. Mm-hmm. Everybody rags on Cat all the time. Yep. And it didn't even look like Joker wanted to jump. I'm like, this is the one time you need to jump. Like, this is the game. Makes sense, but this is the game.
He ain't tired, bro. You know, such thing as being tired.
No, I'm hip.
I get you, Carl. I'm just saying, but
that's it. That's it. And once he got the second chance point, I said, yeah, that's ball game. And now I got to sit up here and fight with my inner battle about, man, I said Minnesota could actually take the West, but I got my dark horse. Still going with the Mavericks. But shout out to the Denver Nuggets for showing you everything they could get. I did hear something else that was interesting too about it, how someone said they shouldn't have took the Lakers series that lightly, because this kind of like they slow walked into this next series and they didn't wake up till game 3. I didn't agree with it, but it did kind of make some sense. They kept letting the Lakers get them big leads and then fighting their way back.
I don't think they let the Lakers. It's a Nuggets just not as good as we all thought they were. You know, my thing was like Jokic. It was like Jokic is going to do what it takes to get it done. I knew that the bench is not the same. Like Bruce Brown, I get it. He ain't no superstar. He ain't no, Malik Monk off the bench. You feel me? But he was a defensive guy who can also handle the ball when Jamal Murray was in the game. Now, with Reggie Jackson in the game, who's handling the ball, he's not the defender Bruce Brown is. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of took that away. Because if Bruce Brown was there, then he would be on Anthony Edwards or, one of these scores they got. So he was a big loss for them. He definitely was. And they was depleted. Like what was the other guy name? Your guy.
Christian Brown.
No, not Brown. Brown played well, but Brown, he's like he plays hard. No, the other dude on the bench. He be blocking shots.
Payne Watson.
Yeah, Payne Watson. He's like offensively, he's not gonna bring you. He's a defensive guy, but it's like these guys are one or the other. When Bruce Brown, he was effective on both sides of the ball. So that was a big loss.
Well, look, all I can say.
Drafted by the Pistons.
Oh my goodness, here we go. Well, I just want to play this clip and we're gonna go right into the IG chats because I tweeted this last night. Said shout out to the youth movement in the NBA and these guys right here. They just having fun, man. They don't care.
The voice.
Lose and lose big before you win. What is it about this team that says
we lost last year?
Yeah, but that's different. You have to lose at a bigger stage. Usually, teams usually.
It's the playoffs. We lost last year.
We lost the last 2 years.
How much more we gotta lose?
Yeah, how much you want us to lose?
Been losing for 20 years.
Hey, bro. Well, you can sit up there and tell them like that, man. Look, we've been losing for 20 years. What you mean we gotta go through this process, man? And I got you, Joe. I edited that video for you. I knew you was gonna be like, nah, not today, Tomo.
20 years, man. 20 years.
That fake voice,
bro. He got.
I know he was a real voice, but that wasn't a good question, bro. They just lost last year to the same squad. What are you talking about? Like,
nah.
Anyway.
The media,
and
man.
they lost to John Morant. No, they should have won that series. They definitely lost in the playoffs. All right,
the media is, man.
Let's get to the IG chats, man. Now, the first question with Mike Malone was a good one. That one wasn't good. All right, so look, y'all, we got an Instagram chat. So look, the conversation on the show continues in the chat, y'all. And I know some of y'all probably like, I don't have Instagram. I'm on Facebook, or I don't have Instagram. I'm on X. I don't have Instagram. You got WhatsApp? Nah, bro. Download Instagram. If you don't have it, just download it for these chats. All right, that's all you got to do. Because in these chats, we give you the latest news on all these sports, right? Like far as like injuries, trade rumors, or trades that happen, free agency. And I'm going to just name them for all the listeners. We got the NBA chat, the NFL chat, the baseball chat, NCAA football, NCAA basketball, boxing, WNBA, UFC, F1 racing for all my races, right? Shout out to hockey chat, and we have a football chat, aka soccer. So in each chat, like I said, give you the latest news. We give you the updated stats at the matches, games, and stuff like that. And then the best part about it, in my opinion, you can debate. You can have a conversation. There are conversations going on 24/7. I mean, we actually had a heated debate at 5:45, 6 a.m. this morning. Shout out to Vivian Ty. All right, so make sure y'all become a member. Click the link in the description, become a member, and you can get in these chats. But Tomo will give y'all more details on how to do that. Tomo, let them know what to do.
And Joe already told y'all how to get there, but I'm gonna tell you more about what these memberships what entails. You got the pro level, all-star level, and the superstar level. You got the pro level for $2.99. You get loyalty badges next to your name in the live comments. Yeah, it was J-Mo that told y'all that. And then you got priority comments, and then you get to join one sports chat. So all the chats that Joe just told you about, you get to join one. However, if you want to join multiple chats, then you got to bump it up to the all-star level for $4.99 a month. You get the same perks from the pro level, but you get member-only videos. Of course, that's exclusive content, members only, like the jackets. Then you get to join multiple chats. You get to request a topic or segment nominee for all of the shows that's on the network. So go back to the. Actually, you only gotta go back to the first block. Just wait till the show is over. You can actually click the link down low, and you'll see all the shows that we have provided. And you can actually request a topic for all of those shows and segment nominees. And the segments for Refuse to Lose the Show are Not So Average Top 5, You're Done Son, and you get a sample of Dave's Doghouse. But then you're like, man, that sounds good. But what's up with the superstar level? Y'all got $9.99 up there. What's this about? You get the same perks from the All-Star and the Pro level. However, you get to join the Arts Well chat. And you get to join the parlay chat. So, of course, like we said, with the parlay chat, it speaks for itself. It's a parlay party in there. You know, that's actually the name of it, the parlay party. The R2L chat is the only chat that's actually on X. So, again, for the folks who are looking for other places where the chat is at, $9.99, you can join the chat on X. We do spaces and stuff like that too, but you'll get more details once you become a superstar member. You get to be a guest on any of the shows on the network. You get awards and plaques. We have an award ceremony on the actual on the page right now. You go check that out. And we're R2L Day. We're gonna pass out some awards. You get actual awards, man. You know, if you want to be an MVP, you want to feel like you're an MVP at sports analysis, you know where to be at. And then we do our member shout out. So shout out to all of our all-star superstar members. I want to say shout out to all of our members, first of all-star and pro, but special shout out to our superstar members. Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach, Bond, Lamar, Giovanni. Carl? I'm messing with you. Let's get back to this. He looked up like, huh? He looked back up like, what you talking about, Willis?
Continue.
Click the link, man. Become a member today and indulge, man. Indulge with us. But we got to get back to the show, Joe.
I got 5 on it.
Man, I don't know who got 5 on this bet because y'all been going back and forth, man. Somebody has to win. I don't know who actually won this trade, but we're going to talk about it today, man. Did the Pacers, because they made the Eastern Conference Finals with Tyrese Halliburton, or did the Kings win the trade because they made the playoffs after not making the playoffs since we were in 12th grade?
Not even 12th grade, but we was in 5th grade.
Y'all not that much older than me.
I'm tripping. It's like 11th grade. I'm tripping.
Wait, y'all not that much older than me, are y'all?
I'm thinking about the conference finals. Oh, 06.
I was in 6th grade.
No, you weren't, bro. I was 16.
I was in 6th grade. I graduated.
Yeah, you're right. J-Mo was in the 8th grade. There's no way.
I graduated William Hall.
You're 2 years younger than J-Mo?
No, I'm a year younger than him.
You were in 7th grade, bro.
If y'all made it 06, I just graduated 6th grade.
So you was going to the 7th grade?
Yeah, I was going to the 7th.
Yeah, we talking about age. I'm feeling old now. Sheesh, Carl.
No, you're right though, because 06 and something. You're right.
Yeah,
so I was in 10th grade. You're right. You're right.
Well, look, it's in 2022. God, in 2022, the Sacramento Kings traded Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Thompson. Tristan Thompson?
Was it Tristan?
What Thompson is it? I should have wrote the first name down. Thompson to the Indiana Pacers for Sabonis. It was Tristan Thompson. It was because he tried to go out there. And, I remember that. Yep. The Indiana Pacers for Sabonis, Holiday, and Lamb. That was terrible. Terrible. And a 2023 second round pick. Joe, I mean, I want to hear what you got to say because you reap the benefits of one half of this trade. I wish you would have had a Pacers fan on here, but they'll let us know how they feel about that later. I know Ty gonna say something. But who do you think won this trade? The Pacers or the Kings?
Okay. First of all, I don't think there's a winner yet. Now, somebody is winning, though. Somebody is winning. So, although the Pacers, they got to the playoffs, they won one more game than the Kings this year. If they were in the West, they would have been playing Denver first round. But that's not the case, right? That's not really the case right now. They did play a Milwaukee Bucks team that was depleted. Giannis wasn't there, the best player. Then Dame had an Achilles soreness. He didn't play. Then they go play the Knicks second round. Injuries on top of injuries. Kings get to the playoffs, the 3rd seed. They play against the defending champions, the Golden State Warriors. That was fully healthy. That wasn't healthy all year. But right around playoff time, Andrew Wiggins came back. You know, everybody was just healthy. Went to 7 games, and then they lost because Steph Curry, one of the greatest players in NBA history, dropped 50 points. But, you know, the Pacers didn't play an all-time great player this whole playoff run. They played Dame, but Dame got hurt. So, but right now they are winning. Because guess what? If it was the other way around, I would be saying we are winning. Another reason why I say they're winning because they stole Siakam from us. Remember, we tried to get Siakam, but Siakam chose Indiana over Sacramento. So I got to give Indiana props for that. And although I'm talking about Indiana benefiting off injuries in the playoffs, the Kings benefited off injuries in the regular season last year. The Kings were Kings was probably the most healthiest team all year last year, while everybody in the West dealt with injuries. I mean, I'm talking about everybody. We're talking about everybody, the Nuggets, Minnesota, OKC, everybody that dealt with injuries last year, except for us, Phoenix, Clippers. I mean, right, the Clippers, the Mavericks. Everybody dealt with the Warriors. Everybody dealt with injuries except for us, and we benefited and got the 3rd seed. But I say it's not no winner because even though I don't want to take away from the Pacers, y'all, I don't want to do that. But like I said, this reminds me of the Atlanta Hawks run. The Atlanta Hawks made a similar run like this, and then they haven't really recovered since then. Because I remember I talked to a Hawks fan, and they said that run fooled them. It was fool's gold. It was kind of like, oh, we are an Eastern Conference Finals team, but really, are you an Eastern Conference Finals team? They really didn't make any major moves after that to improve their team because they felt because they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, they were ready to get to the finals, right? And that's how I feel about the Pacers. Like, if I look at a fully healthy Eastern Conference, would I really see them doing that again next year? My answer would be no. They would have to improve from this. But this is good experience for them and everything. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. He actually had a slow start in his playoffs, in the playoffs period, in both series. In the second half, in both series, he stepped this game up. He was the main reason why they won that game 7 because he caught fire that first half. So, but right now, yes, I would say they are winning the series. But obviously, I mean, winning the trade, but there's no winner yet.
I wouldn't even say so far, Joe. I would say it's fairly even. What was the Pacers last year? A playing team, right?
Tyrese got hurt.
I'm saying, but what were you all last year? You all made the playoffs. Again, both teams kind of made out with the players that they got. Sabonis helped you all propel to what, top 3 in the West, and then this year you still almost had a chance to like make something happen in the playoffs. So you won there. Your franchise turned around after that. Tyrese went over there. He was able to revitalize his career. Also bring the Pacers back to the map. You know, I mean, literally, it was just a year ago, based upon the intro, that we were talking about the Pacers and the Pistons and the Wizards and the Bulls all fighting
Don't
for a
throw
spot.
us,
Okay. Yeah, no, you're here. I have to. We were all down there fighting.
None of that.
Carl, if anything comes of this, just know that maybe next year you all could be the Pacers. Like me and Tal were going back and forth. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out.
All y'all living on 37th Street, and now they living over there by the daggone UDC, Connecticut Avenue. The Pacers on Connecticut Avenue now.
They done moved up. Meanwhile, I done moved back down a few more blocks.
I know you on 46th Street in Southeast.
I think Kristen's still in Section 8 for a little bit longer. But
hey, neighbor, it's cool. It's cool. We get free Wi-Fi. You know what I mean?
You get the EBT card, all that stuff. Y'all living good.
We all right. We making the best of what we got. So at the end of that brings me back to our point. Both teams are making the best of what they got. The Pacers got the players so they could build for the future, and the Kings got the player that can help their young point guard grow into the guy that he is today. So if you ask me who won, I say the fan bases for both teams, honestly. Carl?
Y'all know I've been saying this from the jump. It was an even trade. It's an even trade. The Kings made the playoffs for the first time since we just discussed since 6th grade. The Pacers made the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since Paul George, or what was it, PG-13 back then? Before the leg injury, they made the Eastern Conference Finals. So I think it's an even trade. Tyrese Halliburton has brought wonders to Indiana, and Pascal Siakam is a big piece in that. But the Pacers were still good prior to him. Siakam kind of takes them over the top a little bit. Chill out. Yeah, I think it's an even trade. Sabonis is worked wonders for the Kings. He's worked wonders for De'Aaron Fox. Now, I know at times Joe wants another big man because Sabonis, while he is tall, is a little bit, I guess you would say he's a little bit small on the small side, correct? Is that your analysis of Sabonis?
Never seen it with Sabonis. Yeah.
So that's that. But again, like Joe has said in the past, they've parlayed the Sabonis Halliburton trade to other pieces to help build for the Kings. And I believe Siakam chose Indiana, like Joe said, because of a Tyrese Halliburton, who was leading the league in assists. He feel like he's going to be able to get his touches. He's going to be able to be found in situations, backdoor, stuff like that. So that was probably why Indiana looked like a really nice destination for him. So I think it's a trade. I'm actually shocked Joe said that. I was fully prepared for Joe to pick the Kings and have a full clip for everybody who disagreed with that. And that's why I said yesterday. I was like, if y'all remember in the chat, I was like, man, Joe made this a topic. Oh, I know his answer, and I know he's going to have a bunch to back it up. So I was actually surprised that he said it was more so even. But my whole stance from the jump, as that was an even trade, sometimes there's no winner and no loser in something. Sometimes it's just a fair trade, and I felt like this is one of those things.
Yeah. Like I said, the fan bases on both sides win. Like if I'm the Kings, I'm not mad that Tyrese is over there winning, and if I'm the Pacers, I'm not mad that Sabonis is over there winning. At the end of the day, we're in two separate conferences, and we're both winning, and we're finding ways to do it differently. So, especially out west, if I'm the Kings, I'm happy regardless, man. I'm out west still balling. Like y'all could have traded for Bradley Beal.
Nah, that contract.
That's what I'm saying. You could have just did something crazy like that.
He didn't have the contract. I won't mind Bradley Beal, but he got like the worst contract in the NBA right now.
I wonder where two of the worst contracts came from. My neighbor.
Wait. The Warriors paid Jordan Poole now.
You paid John Wall all that money.
John Wall was worth that money at the time.
I would never forget my uncle. He was like, bruh, he got paid $100 million. And he hasn't played in 2 years or something like that.
Exactly.
I'm talking about the extension. The first contract he was.
I'm definitely talking about the extension.
He earned that.
Yeah, Bradley Beal didn't.
Bradley
no
Beal.
trade calls. Come on, what's wrong with y'all? Like, I get you, man. Now you know how I feel as a Commander fan. You know, like we dealt with all the Daniel Hunter stuff after he left. Y'all dealing with all y'all GM stuff after he left. Like he just messed y'all up, bro. Y'all GM. I'm just saying, bro. Like
that is true. That is a good
all the part, and then they excuse we had to give the money to somebody.
That is a good point.
Why did y'all have to do this, man? See, Pacers fan, this is why y'all won. That Otto Porter contract was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. The Brooklyn Nets paid him.
And then he left and got a ring. That
is a very good point, J-Mo.
Man, we need to sign a Wizards guy. Well, Alex Lamb played for the Wizards. Oh yeah, we win. Wizards ties. Alex Lamb played with y'all.
Next subject, man.
He also went to the Turks, so that's minus like whatever.
Kevin Early. Kevin, I like you, bro. You like the bean. Keon Allen is here now. He getting traded, bro. I'm like, let's sneak peek for the next episode.
Getting rid of the Turk.
Wiggins,
Music in
my
my
ears. Dixon, Steve Blake. Like the list goes on and on, man.
Juan Dixon always had a fresh cut.
I don't know if we want to talk about Juan Dixon.
You don't know my pain, bro. You don't know my pain, man. Let's get into these. We got to pick who gonna win this next conference. I don't even know what to say now. I'm so distraught you brought up that Otto Porter stuff, J-Mo.
Woo!
The Nets paid him, and they talking about we want to match it because man, look. Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, man. Something the Wizards won't see for a while. We got to do our predictions, man. Boston, the number 1 seed. Indiana Pacers, a 6 seed. Who wins? Carl.
Y'all gonna call me crazy. I'm going Pacers in 7. Now, I know a lot of people gonna be like, Carl, you hate the Celtics. On shows, I'm unbiased. I've been unbiased on CTC. I've been unbiased on here. I picked the Celtics for 2 straight rounds because I knew the Celtics were going to win. Everybody knew the Celtics were going to win. Now,
the Ravens. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was preseason though. But anyway, Pacers. They got the momentum from the Knicks. The Celtics really haven't had any competition. Now, if we want to use Tomo's point about the Nuggets and the Lakers going on, how that could have messed them up in that Timberwolves series, you can honestly use that as a factor in the Pacers Celtics. Celtics really haven't been challenged. Celtics known to drop game 2s. Can you afford to drop a home game against the Pacers, who have one of the best offenses in the league? Yes, the Celtics have a really good defense, but Tatum has yet to have to be put on one of them superhero cape games. Jaylen Brown has been consistently good. what can the Celtics do if Jaylen Brown starts to get in a slump? We don't know yet. And I've seen this movie before with the Celtics. Should be the better team. Should win the Eastern Conference Finals. Should go to the finals. Blow it against Miami. We've seen this movie when somebody who's a star, rising star, whatever you want to call it, having a good playoff run, whatever you want to call it, they come into the series, they get smacked in the mouth, they try to wake up late, they lose. The Pacers have the ability to do that to the Celtics. I'm taking the Pacers in 7. Call me crazy, but if it happens, hey.
Carl, I sat back. I thought about this, man. I thought about this when I said this is gonna be the one, Joe. This morning, that's why I started all the conversation about who up in the series, because we getting close down to the nitty gritty, bro. And we can't. Basically, we all pick the same teams, and Dave gonna win, man. I'm trying to get some cookies on this one. I want to put my money on Boston, man. I want to so bad. I really do, but because Dave picked Boston, I'm going with the Pacers in 7.
My neighbor.
With the Pacers in 7, man. They gotta prove me wrong. They gotta prove me wrong. Teddy, I know you're gonna watch this and be like, Tomo, you're crazy. But look, man, I've been saying it all series. I've been picking y'all because y'all been a better team. But yet you have someone that's hungry that's about to come into your house with the better coach. I'm just saying, prove me wrong. Pacers in 7.
Carl, you kind of stole my notes. I haven't, in the last 2 years, the Celtics has underachieved in every single series, except for the Brooklyn Nets series when they swept them. That was the only series I watched and said they can't play every single game in that series. Every other series they played, I felt like they underachieved. I felt like they could have got that series done sooner or later. I felt like they fell together, they lollygag, they played around, they rely on their talent, and the other team snuck a game or two. This is a team, Indiana. You cannot take your foot off the gas against this team because you're gonna look up. It's gonna be a 15-point lead, and this team is is geared towards offense. They're a fast-paced team. They play kind of like the Celtics, right? So, and the Pacers are confident they could beat the Celtics because of the ISC tournament you said, or the regular season. Shoot, Tyrese Halliburton first year there, they beat the Celtics in Boston. Tyrese Halliburton had a game-winning 3 a game-stealing 3 to win that game. So, I also think it's going to go 7, y'all. But I'm going to pick Boston, though. But I think it's going to go 7 games. I think Boston's going to slip. I think they're going to take off. I don't think they're going to be ready. And then you look at the coaching. Rick Carlisle versus Joe Mazzulla. I mean, come on now, So it's gonna be a good series. I know a lot of people say that. Oh, I wanted to see New York versus Boston. I'd rather see them against Boston because New York is hurt right now, and I feel like Pacers can actually probably beat them. I didn't think New York was gonna beat Boston because they too Brunson oriented. So I got the Pacers losing the 7.
Is Porzingis coming back?
He gonna miss the first 2 games.
I'm about to say possibly.
He missing the first 2 games.
Siakam, you know what you gotta do for us, man. Come on, man. I got cookies on this one. So of course, one of the toughest games for me. This is another one. Yeah. We got Minnesota, the 3 seed, versus Dallas, the 5th seed. It started off as an 8 seed. Joe, shout out to you for the stat news, man. I needed that. So Joe, who wins?
Tomo, I'm pulling your move for this series, though. For the sake of the cookies. Bruh, this is a tough one. I feel like Minnesota has the better team. I feel like Minnesota are way more flexible. Dallas, they rely a lot on Luka. They rely so much on Luka. Now, Minnesota also is a great defensive team. But Lou Dort is also a great defender. And I feel like Lou Dort, he didn't get Luka off his game. Luka got him off his own game. When Luka made a decision to cook Lou Dort or be involved in the game, not complaining to the refs, he did well. I don't think Anthony Edwards can do a great job on Luka. I don't think McDaniels do a great job on Luka because both of those guys are too small for Luka. Now, can they bother Luka? Can they probably slow him down? Maybe. Now it's gonna be a good matchup with Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert and Gafford. So not Gafford. Gafford or Lively and PJ Washington. Because PJ Washington gonna be on Cat most likely, right? So I'm gonna go with the Mavericks, man. I'm gonna go with the Mavericks in 7 because for real though, it was a toss up for me. Dave picked the Minnesota Timberwolves. I gotta win his cookie back. You feel me? And I'm gonna go with the best player in this series and Luka Doncic.
Carl.
Wolves in 5. Wolves in 5.
Oh,
Yeah, that wasn't a troll in the chat. I really believe the Wolves can win this in 5. Home court advantage. Anthony Edwards. He showed me a lot yesterday to withstand those offensive struggles, to use his defense to get back into the game. Y'all saw that crazy buzzer beater he hit before the end of the third quarter, going between the legs 1,000 times, pulling up. I thought that one was off. I ain't gonna lie. Aaron Gordon was right there. He just made a crazy shot. And like you said, Joe, they got a lot of defenders to throw at Luka and Kyrie. They got Jaden. They got Anthony Edwards himself. They got Nico Alexander-Walker. They got guys to throw at them defensively. And then you don't have to worry as much as a post presence as you did against the Nuggets. So you got Rudy Gobert who can patrol the paint. Now he can be at his strength, playing a lot of help defense. Cat. If Cat isn't as weak as I say, I know the talent is here. I just think the toughness is like down here, but the talent is here. If he's as tough as people think, he should dog PJ Washington. It should not be a matchup. He should dog him. So I don't think that PJ Washington on Cat would be as effective. I think he should kill PJ Washington. Then you got Naz Reid off the bench. Lively, I think he needs some more bricks in his back pocket for Naz Reid. So I think Naz Reid should win that matchup. I just like the Wolves. I think they have the better team. I think they had the more I lost my word. I lost my train of thought. So for lack of a better term, I think they won the harder matchup. There we go. I think they won the harder matchup. I think they come out the West.
We gotta go. I was gonna try to string it along so you got the show over. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. I said the Wolves could come out the West, but I didn't know they was gonna have to play the Mavericks. I'm sorry, bro. The Mavericks are gonna win this in 6. Dallas in 6. I said it when we started it with the dark horse because of Jason Kidd and figuring out what the actual rotations were. I understand what you're saying about Cat and Rudy Gobert and all of these things, but I think Kyrie took that last series off because he knew what time it was. Shout out to my doppelganger, bro. We gonna make this happen for you, Kev. Dallas in 6.
and also, I was about to say, I lost my train of thought. Crap.
For me.
Oh. Luka is going to try to get Rudy on the island. Laying up right now. Pick and roll. Come here, Rudy. Come here. Come out here. So you're going to see that a lot. I just want to let y'all know that. And then also, Naz Reid usually don't play with Cat. Maybe they do that this series, but usually it's one or the other. PJ will be guarding Naz Reid most likely also. So PJ Washington. And they probably put Lively or Gafford on Cat if they play both of them. So it's gonna be a coaching battle. So we're gonna see. But Kyrie though, how you gonna act with this length? Because he's gonna be either Anthony Edwards or McDaniels gonna be guarding him.
Said he won the challenge.
Oh, Kyrie?
Yeah, he said he wants to see how he matches up to a Kyrie. I saw it somewhere, maybe a clip on Twitter, but he sounded like he wanted the Kyrie matchup.
Yeah, Kyrie different from Jamal. So it's a whole different matchup. But can't wait. Yeah, Jones Jr. He's not gonna be guarding Cat though. Jones Jr. He need more bricks.
Not enough bricks in that back pocket.
Man,
yeah,
it's gonna be good. Let's get on up out of here. Last word.
Yes, sir. All right, man. My last word is this. Shout out to Dave with the 199 super chat. All right, shout out to Dave for that. We're gonna do R2L Day, June 15th. It's still in the works. Like Tomo said, we're gonna give out trophies and stuff for the top award winners. We'll let everybody from the network say a few words and stuff like that. We're gonna have speaker microphone, good food, music, the whole 9 yards. Also have some activities for the kids and stuff like that. So bring your kids. It's gonna be in Maryland. Laying out right now. It's not gonna be in Virginia. I always say DMV. It's not gonna be in Virginia. Laying out right now. It might be in DC, but most likely it'll be in Maryland and Peachey County. So if you're in the area, come out June 15th. We don't have a time yet or a set location, but every day on the show, I want to update y'all what's going on. And lastly, y'all, The reason why I know Tomo last episode Friday we're supposed to announce whoever's top 5 QBs. So what I'm gonna do when the NBA Finals is over, I'm gonna do my top 20 QBs going into the season, and I'm gonna put a video out one by one.
Top
all right,
what?
top 20 QBs
Quarterback?
going into quarterbacks. Top 20
in the season,
Quarterbacks.
not all time.
quarterbacks. Yeah, quarter.
I just want to make sure. This gonna be
Quarterbacks
good.
going into the season. So I'm not factoring what might happen this season. I'm talking about overall going into the season. All right.
We're coming off
And,
last year, going into this year.
Not just last year, just like where I rank you at, not career wise, where you rank. So like, I'm going to explain. I
I'm glad you explained it. It's not. Yeah, explain it in the refuse to lose shot.
Yeah, I'll
Jaden
explain more.
can't come in.
No, it's going to be a non-rookie. It's going to be a non-rookie.
I'm just messing with you, Joe.
Yeah, no rookie's going to be on here. All
Get him
right.
out of here.
So
that's how I know you, my neighbor. We said it at the same time.
So I'm gonna put a video. I'm not gonna go live and talk about it. I'm gonna put like a pre-recorded video out day by, like by the day, and then I guess like when it's controversy, we can come on here and talk about it. So, but look forward to that days after the NBA Finals is over.
Carl,
shout out to the whole network and shout out to everybody in the family.
Don't respond, Carl.
No, I'm not worried about that. That's why the Saints said what they said about DY and their little schedule release. Anyway, thank you as always for having me on the show. I appreciate it, man. It was fun. I'm gonna keep it short because we 3 minutes over. Teddy, I ain't forget. We can still line that debate up. I didn't forget.
Ooh, yeah.
Tigers, man. We back to 500. It's been a while, but we gotta win. We gotta beat the Royals. Oh, as I get the notification that the Royals just hit a solo home run, so we're down 1-0. I'll be locked in because ain't no playoff games today. Let's go Wolves. Kev got to pay what he owed for talking that trash against my Pistons. As I was on his side, by the way. I think my last word is, man, enjoy the rest of y'all nights, and I can't wait till tomorrow.
Hey, man.
Oh, wait, I got one more. We ain't talking about the UFL, but the DC Defenders got eliminated from the playoffs. All right, now I'm back.
So what is the day? I added the Mystics to my logo. As soon as we do that, y'all just want to rag on the Wizards, the Defenders. You want to say how we like the Commanders, and technically the GM did do that. Meanwhile, the Nets is up 5-1. The Mystics having a slow start. But look, at the end of the day, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to everybody that hit the like button, comment, keeping this network going. And even though in the midst of negativity from both of my counterparts over here about my teams, I'm still going to say that that's why I love them all. So shout out to you, Carl, for saying that.
Ain't no tomorrow for the Defenders.
Hey, it's okay today. That's why I love them all. Take it away. Yeah, Joe.
All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at the next episode.
Peace.
Nasty.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.